Well, hey, I'm not sure why, but I feel a little nostalgic today. Maybe it's because of our anniversary just hit and celebrating. But do you guys remember Aladdin? A whole new world. I'm sorry, I just broke somebody's eardrums there. Exciting, all this new world concept, and he reaches down and he gets her up on that the magic carpet, and they fly through, and man, they cover a lot of ground in a very short time. But hey, animation works. But today in our reading, as we're owning it, we're in Exodus chapter 12, and there's a statement that God makes to them that just really made me think about what I preached about the end of a chapter, this end of this moment a couple weeks ago, and recognizing that transition that we have, that transitions that we should have, and there are continual transitions in our lives where we've got to close a chapter and move on to a chapter, and as we go now into the book of Psalms and begin to refine our passion, define our passion on how things work, and what we should be as people, because we should be passionate people, passionate specifically about God, because he is the lover of our souls, so passionate about him. But to recognize those ending moments, and in the very second verse of Exodus chapter 12, verse 1 says this: "The Lord said to Moses and Aaron in the land of Egypt, this month shall be for you the beginning of months. It shall be the first month of the year for you." Understand that God was telling him, hey, you're now coming out of Egypt, and you're no longer even going to use their calendar. You've got your own calendar. You've got your own way of life. And today, this will start your new month. And I think for some of us, that we need to make that decision in our own life, that when we recognize maybe a fault, we recognize an insecurity, we recognize something that hampers us, that we make that decision and say, today is a new day. I'm not even who I was yesterday. I'm no longer going to do what I did yesterday. It's not even in the ballpark of where I'm at. We think about individuals that deal with addictions, whether it be alcohol or any of those, any addiction that you're dealing with, that they've got to transmorph, not transform, because transform is this idea that I can go back, I can revert back and forth. But transmorph is an idea of changing my DNA, changing everything so that I cannot go back to what I was. This is what I was, but that the DNA there, the mass there is no longer the same. It's transmorphed into something else. And to recognize that that's what you and I have been called to, that we need to make a decision. When I received Jesus Christ, my personal Savior, right, my Lord and my Savior, I am no longer what I was. That calendar is no longer valid. I have a new calendar. I have a new life. I have a new day. And then in our lives, as we walk forward, we're looking at those moments, forgetting what was in the past, and pushing towards the future to remember, hey, today is a new day.